Hello everyone, greeting of the day. This is Ashirika. In this video, we are going to see the speed control of three-phase induction motor. So how we can able to control the speed? Since in an induction motor, I am going to have asynchronous speed, means speed is always constant. So how it can be varied is first one is by changing applied voltage. When you are going to change the input voltage, I can able to control my speed. Again, changing applied frequency. Again, constant voltage and frequency control of induction motor. Then changing number of stator poles. So by changing applied voltage, if you are going to change the input supply, again I can able to change my speed of, I can able to change the speed of my induction motor. How? If you're going to see in this torque equation, my torque is directly proportional to the EMF induced in a rotor. So V is not directly proportional. That's what rotor resistance R2 is constant. Again slip is very small, so I'm neglecting that. So my torque equation is directly proportional to my induced EMF of the rotor, where E2 is nothing but induced EMF of the rotor. So E2 is directly proportional to V. So if I'm going to control my voltage, no, I'm going to control the rotor speed. So if I'm going to do like that, I'm going to control the speed. Supply voltage is decreased. Again, my torque is also getting reduced, getting decreased. Okay, so with a small the slip increases with decrease in the voltage. That is what the speed decreases. My main aim is I want to control speed of my induction motor, right? So if I'm going to give an if the input voltage applied voltage is going to be reduced, I'm going to get a reduced output. If my what is it? If I want an increased speed, I am going to increase my supply voltage. Why? Because the torque equation is directly proportional to my what is the EMF induced of my rotor, right? And next is my applied frequency. If I'm going to change my frequency, synchronous speed of rotating magnetic field. So this is my what is that formula for calculating my synchronous speed. Once I'm going to change my, again, if I want an increased frequency, I have to change my increased frequency. I have to increase my frequency. If not, I have to reduce. Since my synchronous speed is directly proportional to the frequency. Right? Synchronous speed is when it can be changed, actual speed of the induction motor is given by N is equal to Ns into 1 minus slip. S is nothing but your slip. This is not widely used. Why? Because whatever the frequency I'm getting, it is constant. I could not able to change, and it can't be varied by changing the speed of the prime mover. See, I have to change the what is that? I have to change the condition of my prime mover only. So this condition, this particular method is not maximum used. It may be used when induction motor is supplied by a dedicated generator. That's what, when I'm going to use a generator, I'm going to go for my frequency change. At low frequency, motor can make too high, become too high due to the decreased reactance. That's what, if I'm going to reduce my frequency, my current is becoming very high. So this type of what is that, speed control is not at all used maximum. Next is your constant voltage and frequency control of induction motor. If you're going to give a constant voltage and frequency, I'm going to control the speed of my induction motor. This is the popular method we are going to use. Frequency control method. The supply frequency is reduced, keeping the rated supply voltage. The air gap flux is then tend to saturate. I'm going to give a rated supply, means input voltage. I'm going to give in a proper manner again. Since my this everything, or the speed equation, the speed control is totally with your torque equation. How my torque equation is there, with respect to that, I'm going to control the speed of my particular motor. The ratio of voltage to frequency is kept constant, the flux remains constant. That's what I want, my flux to be constant if I want a constant output. So I will get a constant torque because of my constant flux. This method gives high runtime efficiency, therefore majority of AC speed derives employed this method. Runtime speed efficiency, I want my efficiency to be proper, whether I am going to give an input or output, I am going to reduce my speed or I am going to increase my speed, I don't bother. I want my efficiency to be proper. So maximum of the industries, they will be preferring this constant voltage to frequency method, where I am going to get a higher runtime efficiency. Along with wide range of speed control, this method also offers soft start capability. So most of them in industries they'll prefer for this particular speed control. With respect to your stator poles, when I'm going to change the stator poles and I'm going to control the speed of my induction motor. By changing the number of poles, this method is generally used for squirrel cage induction motor and not your slip induction motor. So if that this is an example given. If you're going to substitute the value 4 with your poles, I'm going to have an 1500 rpm of the speed, and if I'm going to substitute the poles of 6, and then I'm going to have 1000 rpm. So I'm going to control my speed of my induction motor with the stator poles. How much poles I'm going to have, that much I'm going to have. If you're going to increase the poles, my speed is going to decrease. If you're going to decrease the poles, and speed is going to increase. This is your stator pole. Means by changing the stator poles, you can able to change your speed. You can able to control the speed. And these are my reference. Thank you.